Um, yeah, we've actually watched a few more games than the Romanian games. I've watched a few games. I've seen a few of their players playing in the Super Rugby as well. They have a real good back row, and Michael Leach, Amanaki Mafi is a really good explosive player. And then they have Hori in the front, who's a real leader for them in the ball carries. And then they have some serious kickers, clever players out back with Tanaka leading and running the game pretty well. So they have loads of threats all over the park, and that's something we're going to have to nullify if we want to get the result. It's obviously very hot this morning, and we've been kind of trying to prepare for that on Saturday. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff, which will be a bit harder than the normal 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock kickoffs than we're used to. So that's something that we're going to have to deal with, and you can't really prepare for that. It's just something you're going to have to deal with during the match, and we're going to have to try and get through it as best as we can. That's somewhere where the Romanians got into the game, is trying to keep the ball a bit tight up front. We won't really try and drift too much far away from the way we like to play. We'd like to stick to what we do well and try and play the game as best as we can, the way we train. But certainly up front is something where we look to try and dominate and as best as we can. Although they have a very good set piece as well in scrum and maul, so it'll be a good battle up front for us by the looks of things. Yeah, there's a good mix of youngsters in the team at the moment. When it comes to set piece, it goes. We don't get a lot of opportunity to train due to the travel we've had over the past couple of weeks. So it comes down to the homework the players do off the pitch. We have the laptops there to do work with, and that's how we can prepare best for the game on the weekend, is trying to do the off-field stuff, because we don't get opportunity to train much on the pitch. So it doesn't really matter if it's an old or a young player. It's just the work you do off the pitch that's going to prepare you best for the match on the weekend. I was actually born in South Africa, so I watched that game. It was definitely, I'd say, one of the biggest moments in Japanese sporting history by the looks of it. The way they celebrated that win, and the way they fought and played that game against a particular bigger South African team, where people would probably think they would get dominated in the game, whereas they showed serious passion and belief in themselves, and you saw that towards the end of the game, how they fought and grinded out that win. I think it's something special, and that's something they can probably take forward into the next couple of games, even into the next World Cup, and gain serious confidence from that win they got in the World Cup.